self in as one of the parties, and you could back me.
I mean, I would absolutely. I mean, this also. Good Lord. It'd be working a little late towards my goals, is the only thing I'll say. By the time you become the dwarven leader and everything, we'll be like level 15.
Yeah, but you'll have a church in a place. You'll have a place of worship, and you'll have followers.
Okay. Oh yes, Princess should be up here as well. But the king greets you. Free Herr Ragnar, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I come asking for aid. Well, not aid. No, let's leave the aid. I've come asking for...
Gondor calls for aid!
I come asking for my friend to have a hunting permit on your grounds. He's looking for a boar.
A boar?
A boar.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And this will just be an opposed check.
I got a bit of 19. I'm gonna fudge this roll.
Oh.
22. Okay.
Nice work.
He regards you for a while, and he kind of just sighs. He's like, well, I suppose you have done a great deal for our people. For this reason, I shall permit this activity for this individual.
Orator gives a thumbs up to the king. I'm like, he says thank you.
Is he a mute?
He is indeed.
I see. By choice, or?
Barator just stares at them. That's the good question.
I see.
It remains yet to be seen.
He hasn't opened his mouth recently for us to see if he's missing a tongue.
And he wants now a boar helmet so no one will see his face. Not for that reason, just it will be one of those. Anything I can do for you?
He looks at you and he remarks, you know, there seems to be a different air about you since last we met.
Oh? How so?
The last time Ragnar and the king met, Ragnar was actually Nea.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you see, I was feeling a bit under the weather then. Well, prim and proper now.
One might say I wasn't feeling myself.
Yes, one might say that. Thank you for this honor, Your Majesty. Anything else?
While you are here, I feel I should only in fairness give you this news. We have heard recently that the turmoil within the kingdoms of Dunnan have continued to increase.
Is this with the radical group that was spotted there however long ago it was?
We cannot be certain. What we do know is that supplies have stopped flowing from Stonerot into the mall.
I see.
This is a strain on our resources that simply cannot be afforded at such a critical time.
Well, you have my promise. As soon as I grab the throne, its resources will be sent straight away, and these dissidents will be put down in any manner possible.
He kind of levels a sort of, you feel the weight of his presence falling upon you.
This doesn't sound good.
As he says, I shall certainly hope that it wouldn't take you so long to become engaged in this matter, for I suspect that whoever does shall have a leg up if this is resolved sooner.
I agree. Well, excuse us, Your Majesty, we will be on our way now. Barator will be making his way to the hunting grounds as you have permitted him to do so. I thank you for this honor that you requested us, and I will look into the matter with the kingdoms of blah blah blah.
May fortune be upon you then.
And you. Let's go, kid.
Barator and Ragnar go hunting. I don't really want to roleplay the hunt.
You'll just do some rolls.
Yes.
What rolls would you like?
Give me a nature check.
Wait. I just thought about it. You're putting a boar head on him. Are you turning him into Nosuke?
No.
It took you this long.
No.
I
Maybe?
realized that the moment he told me what he wanted to do.
No. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, he's a mute though. That's what threw me off. A Nosuke is anything but mute.
Yeah, but he doesn't talk when he fights. He kind of just roars.
You're just going full in with that Demon Slayer motif, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I was gonna make Tanjiro at one point, but then I decided against it.
Well, he's got it. We need a cute. Well, we have cake, so we have our Nezuko.
No, we don't. Nezuko's the box. All right, I've done a nature check, and can I inform Barator of that since he rolled a 2?
Bad cute monk. Actually, I guess that would be Naya.
Random?
She's she's badass. Could be cute whenever she wants and change her size at any point. Naya, you're now Nezuko. You just aren't mute.
Okay, next time I see Naya, Barator's gonna put her in a box.
So we have a mouthy Nezuko and a mute Inosuke.
No, I feel like Barator is gonna need like a vampire friend.
Oh,
hold on, I've got an idea. Can I change part of the backstory for Barator now?
God.
I suppose we can talk
Thank
about
you.
that later.
Yeah, no problem. I think you get the reason why I'm gonna do it.
Ragnar, surprisingly, expert tracker,
Obviously, it's Ragnar.
manages to point Barator in the right direction after Barator walks away from the tracks.
Oh, is he becoming Zara now?
Apparently.
Any other rolls you need me to make?
Make me a survival check.
Hand.
Oh, well, you will probably
there it is.
almost certainly beat that.
Ignore me. Yeah. That's Barator. What it says.
Alright.
And survival for... Ragnar's just making the best rolls.
Unbelievable. Okay. You guys managed to corner and capture a boar.
Oh, lovely.
Would you like to describe how you go about the final hunt?
Okay, so we spot the boar. Barator rushes towards it with Ragnar using his Druga kind of innate stealth to like sneak around it, whilst the boar initially sees Barator come and try to attack it. It gets scared and it runs towards Ragnar, who stabs it in the chest as it falls over.
And there we go.
And he high fives Barator. There we go.
Complete.
Now Barator's
One boar.
Barator's just carrying like a boar carcass over his shoulder.
Alright, Pale. You head into the L.E.O office.
Yep.
Whilst doing that, I'm gonna drink.
I drink too.
The receptionist looks up at you. May I help you?
Yes. I'm here to pick up a briefing from a Monsieur Leopold.
What team?
Team Llama.
She goes up and looks it up. She pulls out a document and looks at you, looks at it, looks at you.
Something the matter?
Pity L?
Pay L.
Pay L. Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Alright, now I'm gonna go to the be right back screen for just a moment.
Go use bathroom? Alright.
No. I need to send you the link for this document.
Okay.
Copy link. Done. You will have to read it, because as you will see at the end.
Alright, let me read this.
Or at the beginning, rather. Would you like to share? Hello?
Oh, do you want me to say it out loud? Or read it out loud
Yes.
for the folks? This document will self-destruct 3 minutes after breaking the seal. Mission objective. Gather intelligence and, if possible, halt or retard efforts against the Alliance affected by the drought. Our contacts... Huh?
It explodes.
I don't read that slow. Fuck you. Contacts. Celethum, Drow Defector, Subject Matter, Expert Location, Bridgegate, UKD, Elia Paphyra, Brahm of the Silver Church, Celethan's Handler, Location, Bridgegate, UKD, Eve... Eavesdrop? Really?
I don't know what you're talking about. His
Eavesdrop.
name is Ave.
Ave Esdrop, L.E.O operative, deep reconnaissance location, Brendanstone, Underdark. Previous intelligence: Zelith Vin, known Lilithian Drow settlement, at last report ruled by a council of 9 matron mothers, headed by first matron Benep, believed to be the origin of the current plot to collapse the Alliance while it faced the impending threat of the centuries-long Blood War. This is based on intelligence intercepted by Llama Team 2, unable to establish connection to a specific house. Notes do indicate the involvement of several priestesses. Activity has been detected in Hadar and Stonerod. The Hadrish Parliament is considered compromised. Instructions: meet with Celethan and Brahm Paphyra at the Bearded Gnome Tavern in Bridgegate. They will accompany you on your mission. Your team is then to report to Agent Esdrop and Brendanstone by 23rd Jerfall.
As he finishes reading, the paper starts to glow slightly and it begins disintegrating.
Yeah, he'll just toss it in the air so it'll blow up over his head.
It doesn't blow up, it is literally just a disintegration. Kind of like, you remember Thanos?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. So, there is that, and then you wanted to go to the Silver Acropolis or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna try, so this is my plan, and tell me if this is something worth my time. That way we're not wasting your time with roleplay. I was thinking of heading to each of the council leader, like, the leaders of each division of the churches, meeting with them and discussing who they think should be the next bishop and everything, because the current heads of each section in the Silver Acropolis...
we're not going to roleplay all of them because there are...
No, I'm not talking about doing all of them at once, but
yeah,
like maybe one...
There's like 700 people in the assembly.
Yeah, of course. I'm just talking about maybe 1 or 2 at a time, or like 1 or 2.
Did he get rejected?
I mean, there are there are a couple of major factions, but yeah, we can kind of intrigue that.
I mean, it's just something I thought would be good because I was trying to think of stuff I could do to help that Deva get his position. Let me make sure I have his name right. So, is he in the NPCs?
He's Deva Barile.
Thank you. All right.
I made it very easy for myself because that is the name of the Vedic that goes up against Kai Wynn.
Okay. We'll do quote unquote one of the larger factions. What's one of the larger factions currently in the assembly?
Well, one of the larger factions is one of the sects of the Church of Coralon itself.
Okay.
That church has about 12 different sects, but one of the largest is kind of the sort of mainstream. They're not like
Right.
radical. They're very relaxed and very generalized most of the time.
Of course. All right, let's go with that then. We'll start
Hold on.
there. Huh?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Kara.
Dakara.
Okay. That's cool. We'll start there then. It's worth a shot to me.
All right.
I'm trying to help Barial out, man.
Again, we're not going to direct roleplay it because I don't really want to take the time to go through all of it.
Okay.
But so
I know.
what do you want to try and get out of them?
I want to see what the largest sect currently thinks of who should be the leader, like the next Deva or the next.
Okay. Well,
I forget what the name.
It's not really a secret, but they themselves they favor Vedic Barial or Deva Barial.
They favor Deva Barial. Good. All right, then of course we'll be in agreement and everything. And the next thing I'll ask is, have you heard about any sects that might be opposing Barial?
Well, many do.
What seems to be the most outspoken and majority of those?
Well, the most outspoken, of course, would be the sect of Kaiseowen.
Oops.
Well, of course.
They are a very orthodox sect. And
Right.
They believe very strongly in tradition.
Of course. So, they're out of character. There's probably not much I'm going to do with Kaiseowen's own sect to change her mind.
No, they're kind of supporting her. The thing you have to understand, Nick, is the way this works is very much like a parliament.
Yes.
Right? So
Government.
Well, the reason why I say that is because different sects will kind of coalition with one another to build up a majority and then declare the new exarch.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to assist by giving as much support towards Barial as possible. You know, and the more majority we can give to him, the less.
You advocating to the assembly directly won't really affect that, but you can get a kind of a sense of where they stand. Because ultimately the thing that's going to affect them more is going to be the kind of opinions they get from their own parishioners.
Right. And currently I'm not trying to, and with me trying to set up my own congregation, that's going to be kind of impossible to convince other people on top of that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So
Well, no,
damn.
it's more the thing of what will ultimately affect this is Barial and Kai Wynn going out and making appearances and doing things.
Okay. Right. So Barial's been good about that. It's a matter of, is there any other things I could potentially do as my character to assist?
Realistically, the only thing you could do would be to uncover plots and thwart them, or help Barial react to them.
Okay. Well, let's. That sounds fun. Let's help uncover some plots. I'm used to doing investigations, but you probably have other things you want to do besides trying to help with this stuff, so we'll do that later. Sound good?
Yeah, that's kind of something that kind of has to be planned because it involves a lot of different things.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said we could talk more about that, but we'll go focus on the main story for now. At least now you have ideas on what to have Payel do for shit.
Yeah, it's a good starting thing, but what you've garnered, however, is most people support their people from their own sex.
Right.
But you know that through coalition, about
Mm-hmm.
40% of the assembly is likely to support Virile, and about 35% is likely to support Kaiseowin. And so, the fight is on for the remaining undecideds who would have to be swayed to joining
yes.
in coalition.
In the words of Loki, the most dangerous and stupidest people ever, the undecided voter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's about 25% that needs to be swayed one way or the other. Okay. We'll look on that. We'll look towards that.
No, I can't pull it from there.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Hello? Hello there.
Alright, so that's Pale's Day, Barator's Day, Ragnar's Day. The following day, Tom, you have a lot of background.
I do apologize. One sec.
Uh,
I'll mute and unmute.
the following day, Nea and Kate and Ozen arrive back into the city on boat. Let's see, we need to go back to here. And then 8, Ozen. Oh my god. Nea. Project 21. Alright, Nea, Ozen,
Hmm.
Kate. You arrive back at Alaria's house after your little misadventure going after a banshee.
Mm-hmm.
You grabbed a bag of loot.
Yep.
How much loot?
Well,
Just lots of random stuff.
yeah, lots of random stuff. They went to a magic shop. Nea saw some really nice bracers, but they were $7,000, and she only had
Yep.
a 1,500.
Oh, of course she did.
So she, but the magic shop owner told her of a place where she could find a crystal ball that he would accept in addition to 1,500, and
Yep.
he'd let her have the bracers.
Oh, how lovely.
So that's what they've been doing.
How
Nea,
great.
you now have your bracers and have lost 1,500 gold.
Yep. I think, yep, I've already done that.
All right. Kate decided to take a wand of the war mage. +1, I believe.
That is correct.
Other than that, you mostly have a bunch of you have like you have a bit of gems and some other random little knickknacks
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't really have care. But importantly, one of the items you grabbed was a mask,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very strange because it looks just like a very plain blank mask, and there's just a string to tie it behind your head.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
you
would
just
wish
kind of
someone to...
hoped that it is
Was the right one.
a mask that will do what you need it to do.
Mm-hmm. Hence, what I would do is have someone identify this. If only if we knew someone who was able to identify loot.
So it's like a hold my beer.
There's a spell called Identify, I'm pretty certain.
Mm-hmm.
There is. Does Ozen not have that spell?
What item is it?
I don't think he does, actually.
Question, Simon. What is the item?
It's a mask.
A mask. Right.
Mhm.
Are you next to Ragnar?
They are on their way back to the house.
This
Okay.
is on the way home.
You
so
see, they're
not
they're
current.
just outside. Oh, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just
Ragnar-
outside.
Ragnar's gonna run outside and be like, "Stop! Been a while. What's that in your hand?"
I assume that's
My-
the Nea. Or is it...
Good
Yeah, no, yeah.
morning to you
Obviously.
too. Good morning to you too. This is a magical mask that's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
help our wonderful elven friend over here.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, you hope
Could you
it's a
pass? Could
magical
you?
Not
mask.
Elvin.
Oh, could you pass it here? I just want to check something.
Sorry, Fey touch mask.
Can I
friend
can
here.
I grab the mask off? Can I grab the mask off Nea? All right, and then I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna describe it and cast Legend Lore.
Ah.
So I've
Mhm.
described it as a Fey touch mask in my hands.
It is in fact an item. It is actually an elven item.
It's just an elven item.
That's what I expect.
It's actually it had a formal name. The Mask of Lyron.
It's the mask of Lyron.
Mhm.
Something special. I don't know.
It's well, it is over 10,000 years old.
It's very old.
Lyron, I say actually it's over 1,500 years old. Lyron was one
Yeah.
of the elven kings before the fall.
Oh.
And it was said that he could use this mask to walk anywhere in the world and blend in without issue.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna put the mask on my face.
No. The current tales, forgotten stories, even secret lore that has never been widely known.
Oh, right.
It's
Mhm.
reputed that the mask allows the wearer to take any shape that suits their needs.
I mean, I don't think Nia needs that.
It's not for me.
So,
Alright.
For me.
so
'cause we're going to
perfectly
the
so
Underdark.
that it can't actually be detected as a disguise
Ooh, okay. Excellent.
without
Mhm.
using like a spell of 5th level or higher.
Oh, of course, of course.
However, it will of course show if someone is looking for detecting magic. They'll know that there's something magical about you. They won't really understand what necessarily.
Okay, that makes sense. Ragnar's gonna just put it on his face. Just for just for the hell of it. Just like, yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, yeah, you can put it on.
Ragnar
Yeah.
puts it on his face, and at first he doesn't really seem all that different, but then instantaneously, like sort of like if you blinked, and he looked exactly like Ragnar, but he looked like a surface dwarf.
Do I look any different?
No, you look exactly the same. It can't be
Ah.
working.
Must be broken. Just throw it back at Nia. Actually, can I do an insight to see if she's lying?
I was just gonna take it back and
No, I threw it at Nia, not
Yeah.
Ozen.
I'll catch that.
look
And then
at
pass it over
the
to.
trajectory.
It's just randomly placed. I haven't
Okay,
moved
so
myself.
I know
would-
we did this thing where it just suddenly worked with Ragnar, but in actual fact, it will also consume an attunement slot.
Yep. It will.
Oh.
It will require attunement.
Lovely.
Oh,
I'll catch.
that was just kind of more illustrative than
Mhm.
factual, but you get the idea.
I'll catch it and pass it on to Ozen and go. Yeah, it's. I'm sure Ozen can figure it out. He is the nerd out of all of us.
Oza just gives this long, heavy sigh because he knows she's not wrong.
Oh dear.
You also have to remember that Ragnar did it without any particular need.
Mm-hmm. It's something deeper. That's nice. That's cool. Oh dear. Well, cheers for confirming that. We also got a bunch of other random junk.
Cool. Anything I can steal? I mean, procure?
I'm gonna.
The cure?
Like, take without them complaining.
You can take one of the shiny gems.
Oh, shiny.
I toss him a one of the green shinies.
Yeah, tosses Ragnar a very bright-looking emerald.
If you want the emerald to be valuable, just let me touch it.
I'm just gonna slap. I'm just gonna tell Ozen to piss off and walk away.
Hey, I'm just saying.
It's already valuable.
It's funny because
Does
it's
it
in
want
my
to be more
possession.
valuable?
There we go. Yeah. Cheers. Well.
Always here to help.
Mm-hmm. So glad. Also, please don't go unconscious again for long periods of time. I really didn't like going into the king's throne room for you. That wasn't fun.
Oh yeah, he questioned me about. Oh,
Yeah,
said I acted different, but I think he did a splendid job.
I definitely tried my best. I couldn't get to fool you because you are wild.
Probably.
You're
Right,
very much not of the same heart as Noah. Or Nea.
Yeah.
Noah.
Alright. Let's just return to.
Neither
Let's
Noah
return
nor
to our
Nea.
friends.
But yeah.
Let's return to our friends and make sure that
Let's see if
everything
everyone's
is.
okay.
Yeah. Good
We
idea.
can spend the next few days. We could spend the next few days while we're on a travel to figure out what else we got in this loot. I don't really want to do it right now. Just want to kind of lay down.
If you want to, if you want to
Alright, so
have me
Pale,
look at some stuff, I can have long rests and I can take a
you
look at
need?
it and use Wall Legend twice a day.
Nea and Ozen and Kate have walked in. You should probably tell them.
Of the mission, right?
Yes.
Hey guys,
Hey.
we have our next mission.
Oh,
You left your radio on, so we kind of heard when you.
I
were
don't.
back.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to hear him from that far.
we were miles and miles and miles away.
You
They're
guys are
close
like
range
a day
comms.
away. They're not that kind of long range.
No.
Those are only specialist ones.
Yeah. Good news. We'll be doing
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. We'll be partially solving a problem of ours for a while, which is you know how, and we'll assist Ragnar partially. You know that whole thing with the dwarves and Loth.
Oh yeah, the Underdark and all that. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar shudders under the thought.
Well, how do you feel about going to the Underdark?
Probably why we got
How
this money.
badly do we need to go?
It's a mission that we're literally going to be trying to stop their alliance.
Mhm.
I guess I could go back home.
We could really use.
Although
the place is better than I do.
I guess so, but it's a big place, the Underdark.
It seems like our goal will be we're gonna meet up with Brahm Papra and Selathim over at a tavern in Bridgegate called the Bearded
Oh,
Knight.
we're gonna see that mischievous dark elf again.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be working with us. Then we're going to head to Vrendenstone, which is a location in the Underdark, and from there, I guess we'll be setting up for our mission.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Well, great. Yeah, this could work out to our advantage then.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
By the way, Nick, I guess just for everyone's information, if you ever see UKD, that stands for the United Kingdoms of Dunnan, or Dunnan's Folk, actually.
Right. Okay. He just kind of does this. Any questions or anything? I tried to remember as much as possible, but they don't exactly let me to keep it. kind of burst in,
the
kind of
important thing would
dissolved in
probably be when you need to be in Brendan's.
right. So our handlers don't think we're dead or something has happened. We've got to be there by the 23rd of Jurfall.
What's
And,
the date currently?
The current date is the 12th of Jurfall.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
So we've got about 12
11
days.
to
11
get
to 12
there.
days.
12 days,
So-
right. How long is the travel?
It'll take a day for Ozan to get his airship ready.
Okay.
We're going by airship.
I
Oh.
miss the Hartnell. Have I mentioned I miss the Hartnell? I miss the Hartnell.
I don't miss the
I
Hartnell,
don't.
but
Even with the
but
Hartnell, it
airship's
was-
gonna make me queasy.
Even with the Hartnell, the travel time would still be the same.
Yeah.
Um,
But either way,
I
But
guess you
the
just-
art was always just ready.
it's
you-
not really. It took us a month to get the fucker charged up again.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you just have to throw some spell slots at it. But
Yeah.
so it'll take a day to get the airship ready, and then it'll take at least 5, maybe 6 days to get to Bridgegate.
Okay?
Tight schedule.
Alright, that'll work. I'm gonna look at Barator and say, "You okay?" He's just gonna kind of like be like, he'll just be like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
And from what I understand, so once we get our first goal will be to get to Bridgegate, and from there we can plan our route to Brendanstone.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
The Bridgegate and then Rendenstone.
All right.
Well, from Bridgegate, you'll need to go to Citadel Blackstone, because that's where you have the entrance into the Underdark.
Oh God, we're gonna run into family.
Yep, the Blackstone Ridges.
I believe it was
Gonna meet-
Thane Branmar who told you guys that it's Jarl Black Guitar who's basically sitting over the entryway.
Yep.
Lovely.
So in
Right,
order to get in, we're gonna have to meet the Jarl.
I'm gonna have to meet Uncle Dearest.
All
I'm
right.
too excited to see family.
Fiona's like, well, don't worry, I'm sure I can persuade Father.
Ugh. Let's hope.
You don't seem too ecstatic to go near your home, friend.
Let's just say Druger aren't really appreciated in Dwarven lands.
No, but hasn't he literally been trying to get you married to his daughter?
Look,
He
political
appreciates
power. Political power plays one thing, racism's another.
he has to like you on some level to accept it. So, but yeah, I guess.
Well, he sent a request to meet with Ragnar to try and come to some accord.
He needs to discuss things with me.
Indeed.
Lovely. Right. Well, I
Ragnar,
suggest we get.
Are you going to be
yeah?
bringing your retainers?
Obviously, I haven't seen these two in a while. I think they deserve some quality time and get out of the city itself.
The
All
baby
right.
dragon.
Yeah, it's a baby dragon. It can come with us. We'll make sure it's looked after.
Well, actually, it's been, about a month now?
Is it not a baby?
About a month, it's 3 dragonborn hatchlings.
Oh, the babies.
They're basically, they're at the running around stage.
Oh, lovely. Well, I want to meet my godchildren.
Well, they'd be about. You get of course, obviously, caretaker to them.
Obviously.
And actually, she says that while she won't stop Belron if he chooses to go,
He's gonna stay.
she's going to stay and tend the younglings. Their needs are more pressing.
Of course. Belron, your thoughts? What would you prefer to do?
Balron is willing to go because that is what he has agreed to do.
It's not about agreeing. You're more than just my ward. You're my friend. I'd like to know what would you prefer? You want to stay with the kids that you've raised with your mate?
He wants to go on an adventure.
You can come on an adventure then. So basically, he wants to get out of the house.
Look, okay, they never shut up.
Yeah, understandable. All right, let's have a night of merriness.
All right. Oh yes. Also, Ozan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Your airship.
Aye.
Yeah. Fortunately, we already know a crew, so...
Right, but they're probably not going to want to just sit around mid-bridge, waiting for you to potentially never come back. Now, you might be able to negotiate with old Stu to allow him to use your ship to conduct business while you're away, as long as he agrees to
Give me a cut.
Share the profit.
well, obviously that, but also you probably want him to be somewhere nearby at some point.
Huh?
Ideally, yes.
Okay, so you should probably get a negotiation team together.
Kate, Ragnar, Pale.
What am I doing?
You're going to convince Stu to take care of the ship by allowing him to use it to conduct business.
Oh, sure, that works.
Huh?
So that they've not just abandoned your airship at mid-bridge.
That works. We'll
Which
all right,
that
we
is
can go
always an
talk.
option. They could just take you to mid-bridge and then make their way elsewhere some other way.
Yeah. Now, here's the important thing. Do you have some sort of tracker on it? So, not that I think Stu would do this, but what's stopping him from just taking the ship with him?
His reputation?
He could go pirate. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll talk with Stu and be like, look, and go do that real quick. Just Stu then.
Whatever's good. Whatever's good with me.
I'm going to do this easy and have Stu come to you.
All right.
He has been summoned to the naughty corner.
All right. So at your summons, Stu. I know I made a token for her. Did I just not attach it? Yeah, I guess I just didn't attach it.
Oh, speaking of attaching tokens, Kate has a new token.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I thought Roll20 was about to crash.
As is tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it takes a moment to set up a token. That. Save. Edit. Use select a token. There we go. Stuart, his first mate, and the quartermaster turn up.
Greetings, Stu.
Okay, I see Pale's still sitting up there. Pale, Ragnar, Ozen, and Kate head out. Stu's like, we've come to your summons. What do you wish to discuss with us?
We have another job, but this one is a bit more long term, so there might be some negotiations to speak of.
Oh. Stu's intrigued. Carry on.
Indeed.
So,
No,
I'll
go
let
first.
you-
Go on. No, go.
I whisper
Your
to
ship.
Player. I whisper to Pale and say, "Does he always speak in third person?"
It's a new habit of his. Let him do it.
Oh no.
What? Regardless. We were going to go to the Underdark. However, the time we spend down there, or if we even come back out, is up in the air. So, I would be willing to let you use my ship to go back and forth between cities nearby, assuming I get some profit.
Oh, you hear that, lads? We might just have ourselves a ship. Saleya
Note that I said
kind of just
nearby.
narrows her eyes at you guys suspiciously.
I'm gonna wave.
Quartermaster Luro, just kind of stony faced. And what are the conditions of this arrangement?
Pale, would you like to take the floor, or should I continue?
You seem to be handling this well so far. You haven't said anything that's directly caused problems.
Which is what concerns me.
You're afraid you're going to put your foot in your mouth? Very well.
Yes.
Fine. I'll handle things from here. Nice to see you again, Stu, Loro, Sayel.
Glow stick?
Right. So here are the
Glow
conditions.
stick.
They call that's Pale's nickname by these guys.
That was Ragnar questioning it, not Tom.
Stu's a very interesting individual. I let him get away with it. We fought in a bar together. He's earned my respect.
Huh.
That was a fun fight. So this is our current conditions. Obviously, we want to still be able to call upon you once we finish our work, to, take us home. While we want you to have access to the ship, we don't want to be, what's the good term? Stuck?
Oh, don't you worry, old stool. Make sure you're not landlocked.
And of course, in return, you'll have full access to the ship. You'll be able to conduct business as you see fit. Any expenses during this time period will obviously pay you your portion. But he looks at Ozen. Ozen, do you wish to discuss this downtime where they're using it for business on any sort of expenses?
As long as it's not used for orgies, I'm fine.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Did you just say use the money for orgies? What?
I said use the
I
ship
thought
for
I was
orgies.
talking to Ozen, not Ragnar.
I said
Ignore-
ship,
ignore this
but
person.
yes.
Okay. Basically, in any business expenses, anything jobs you take with that ship from there forward, expenses will be on your portion. We don't want a bill coming back to us when we come back to pick you up for like 1,000 gold because you were handling some very luxurious missions.
That seems fair. After all,
Is there
making
any
use of his ship.
Yeah. Indeed. Any comments, questions, concerns on your part?
Well, I assume you're planning on returning to some part or another.
Of course.
What part would that be?
He kind of rubs his chin a little bit. Let's see here. Out of character, how long would it be from Bridgestone? Well, we're going to the Ridges after we finish in Bridgestone, right?
Yes, but Bridgestone is the Bridgegate is the nearest skyport to the Blackstone Ridges. Surprise! The dwarves not really big on flying through the air.
Let's see the mission.
We're not.
The mission itself. Do we have an idea of how long this entire mission is going to take once we're in the Underdark?
The only person who could answer that would be Ave.
Yeah, we can't give a exact estimate on timing, but
if you haven't heard from us, if we haven't heard from you in 5 months, assume you're dead. Got it.
Give us 6.
3.
I'd say 7.
7. Give us 7. Give us 6 months. If you haven't heard of it,
his counter to that is 3 months.
$5 months and 2 weeks.
He kind of looks over at his
5 months. 5 months, and I'll give you 50 gold.
I think I can agree to that. When do we leave?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, as early as you can get the ship running tomorrow.
He lifts up his eye patch and looks at you with both eyes. Tomorrow.
Wait, why do you have an eye patch?
Something the matter? Don't not are you not the amazing Captain Stew that could be prepped in no time flat?
Don't you be thinking that flattery shit will be working on me.
Could I try and persuade him?
It can be done, but gods above, it'll take a lot of favors calling in.
50 gold.
We'll cover expedited expenses.
You will. I won't.
I'm not going to insult the man and assume that 50 gold will get a ship running in 24 hours.
No, I'm saying the 50 gold. You know what he's getting for the 5 months.
It's 50 gold, dude. We'll cover the expedited expenses. Consider this an emergency mission.
Well, it may be cheap, you know. I mean, poor old L.E.O here was hoping to spend some time with his girl, but now you be telling us we gotta open off in a day.
President steps forward. I understand how L.E.O feels. I barely have gotten to spend any time with my own wife.
Yeah. And then we go off to Pert Afar, and that'll be our home Pert for at least 5 months. So a terrible thing you're doing to some of the crew, you know. But as with all things in this world, everyone has their price. Isn't that right, L.E.O? And he kind of elbows L.E.O, who just kind of looks annoyed at him.
All right. Let's talk shop. How much for the for overnight shipping?
I tell you what. You all seem like a good lot.
We do?
Shut up, Ragnar.
Well, I don't know about that one there. I don't think I ever seen him before, actually, now I think about it, but...
Ragnar. Nice to meet you, mate.
A pleasure, I'm sure. But you seem good enough folk, so I think a 300 gold expedite fee and we could get out of this place in a day.
I'm gonna look at the god and say, "You gonna pay that?"
And then, of course, our normal voyage fee.
Of course.
Oh, I cannot guarantee the quality of our all hands, of course, because I'll have to scare up some people I can find around port. May not have time to give a normal evaluation. And also that leaves with it the possibility that we might have to leave them in mid-bridge when we get there.
If you leave them in mid-bridge, I'm certain you can find more men. Everybody needs coin in this world.
Oh, aye. But still, we'd have to give them coin enough to be able to get back.
Indeed. I accept that this isn't going to be cheap. Give us a rough estimate of the total.
He kind of like talks it over with the other two. They kind of like huddle. And you see like a little notepad comes out of Luro's pocket, and he starts scribbling down some figures.
Character, do we actually need to leave tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the 12th today.
Yeah,
It'll take you 5 days to get there. It might be faster, but you have to assume it'll be at least 5 days to get there.
Right.
And you have to make it all the way to Rindenstone by the 23rd.
Right. Okay.
To meet your
All right.
contract.
All right. So yeah, let's hear the numbers.
They come back with the figure of 800 gold.
I should have just learned teleportation circle.
I don't think it'll get you that far.
It works on any
He's looking
city
at
that has a guild.
He glances at Ozen for a moment. He kind of glances at Ozen for a moment or two. Because Ozen's going to help pay for this, right?
Can't Ozen turn things into gold?
No, I can turn emeralds into red emeralds. Red
I'm
barrel.
gonna roll a random event thing.
2, 1. Oh my god, you've now won 100.
That's amazing, first off.
Yeah, I know. The chance of that is fucking insanity.
That's kind of like the other day I rolled 100.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Nea.
Simon.
Yeah, hi.
Remember all that treasure you have?
Huh?
Remember all that treasure you got from the tower?
I what? Who? Where?
What? Who? Where?
Sorry, my audio is fucking up at the moment.
The treasure you got from the Banshee?
Yeah.
As it happens, you've been spending this time counting it up, haven't you?
I would have, yes. While everyone's kind of gone.
By your reckoning, you think it might come up to exactly 650 gold.
Oh my
How many
god.
emeralds are in there?
Huh?
How many emeralds are in there?
None.
I've given
You
the one
said-
emerald to Ragnar.
So you
Damn
said,
it.
so the treasure he's got is 800 gold, right?
No, I said exactly 650 gold.
Okay, cool. How about? All right, so is Nea gonna actually offer to help pay for this stuff or no?
I don't know. I'm not there. You did. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
brought along.
You guys might not know this. I just figured I'd go on and lend a helping hand.
Let's. All right. Well, now begins the haggling because Stu knows that he's probably inflating the numbers a little bit.
Of course, he's a sailor. He expects to haggle.
500.
He goes back and confers with them. We cannae do it for nay a penny less than 600.
6 gold? Perfect.
Gold.
Gold, I'll take it.
He kind of looks at Ozen for a moment, looks at Stu.
Why are you looking at Ozen? Ozen's not a businessman.
Ozen, this is Ozen's ship.
Ah,
This is his ship. So Ozen's kind of the. I look at Ozen because I'm having to speak for Ozen partially. He looks at Ozen. All right, 600 it is.
He just passes the pouch. There's all 600.
He just looks at Ozen and goes, "You never give the full amount straight up. It is considered an honor. You pay half up front, half later."
Yeah, half up front, half at the end.
Actually,
I'm letting them count it so they know we have it.
In this particular case, where we're not be sure if you'd even be coming back,
Yeah.
we'd have to insist for the full value. Now, if you want, you can keep half of it until we get to Midbridge.
No. You've proven good work before, and he's already thrown it at you. I don't feel like digging 300 out. Take your 600.
He spits in his hand and offers us out to seal the deal.
Payel also spits in his hand.
We have it occurred, boys. All right, round up the crew. We got a ship to ready.
What just happened?
Business. Come on, Ragnar. Sure. You're a man of persuasion. You're telling me you've never done a business transaction before?
You went from 900 to 600.
Yeah. It's because I'm good at my job.
It was actually because I misspoke because I was
Yeah, I thought you did.
Mm-hmm.
600 would be the least I could take, but what I meant to say.
650 was the least you could take.
But we got an extra 50 gold.
600 would have been the absolute least, but I misspoke because it was supposed to be going from the 800 to 700, but I said 600. I was like, fuck.
Well, I did say to him that we would give him an extra 50 out of pocket, so we can give that extra 50 to him.
Yeah, there you go.
Here you go.
50.
I'm good at. See, I would say that was a pretty good deal. I cut him down a third of what he was asking.
Okay. So you've got your ship arranged.
All right. Good work. Good work, Ozen.
Oh, yes. Good work to Ozen. It totally wasn't you, Payhel.
No, hey, Ozen handled himself for most of it. He just wanted some backup for the final portion. He said that the money should only be used for an orgy.
No, should not.
Ragnar is a Ragnar. Oh dear. Look, somebody had to be the horny bard while you were away. Ozen just happened to take that position.
I dislike this arrangement.
This is true.
You'll get your position back. Don't worry. He just needs.
Oh yeah, well.
Speaking of which, we have a very interesting bard that you should meet.
Another one.
Oh, one that you.
I hired him recently.
Mm-hmm.
You hired a bard?
And made a promise that may or may not result in you losing your instrument.
Hey, you don't know that. Shut up.
I said it may or may not.
You don't even know I made that arrangement. Shut up.
I do not consent to giving away my instruments.
I'm not out of character. I agreed that he would be the first person who could challenge you to a duel when you were awake.
Oh, I'm just gonna say no. Just had to piss off.
Yeah, you could do if you want to, but he may have a instrument on the same level as yours.
Oh Lord, I think I know who this guy might be. Let's go meet him.
Actually,
you want to do that now?
Ozen should know that you know him.
I know. Yeah,
No, Payel doesn't because they met him before they met you.
Right. He was a wonderful gentleman. Has an awesome flute.
Oh no. So, this isn't gonna be fun. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the guy you're thinking of, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not your buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal, guy.
Well, good luck finding me in the crowd to cheer you on.
Right. I mean, do we even know where he is? He's probably at the same bar getting drunk, isn't he? Or hanging out with the ladies, isn't he?
Probably.
Just hear oozing through the wall. Probably.
All right. Do you want to handle this now, Ragnar, or do you want to just stumble upon him along the way?
Let's get it over with.
Very well. Come along. And we'll go.
You have to leave in the morning, and this is what you want to spend your time doing?
You kidding? This is the most important thing to do right now.
It's
Are you
It's
coming
an
as well, Leia?
I haven't been invited, but I would love to go if I could.
Yeah, Payel will throw open the door real quick. Hey, Ragnar's gonna go get into a bar duel. Anybody want to come with?
Holy shit, that sounds hilarious. Count me in.
There we go.
I'll come along. I want to learn how to sing. Wait, no, sorry.
I'll come. I want to learn how to sing.
Oh Lord.
I mean, you probably won't understand it, but
Ilaria
it still sounds
is
pretty.
also going to come because she's curious about this.
Oh,
Ready?
God.
Come along. Let's get. Don't
Well, then
worry.
I'm coming too.
I trust in
suppose.
your abilities, Ragnar. I wouldn't set you up to do this if I didn't believe you could do this.
I'm gonna die.
You'll be fine.
Right. Okay. Let's go meet him.
This is a guy
Holy
who I managed to. This is a guy who I managed to beat on the gambling. So I'm sure you'll do absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, sadly Ragnar wasn't around for the night of misrule.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That was fun.
You all got drunk without me?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what do you expect? You were out cold for months.
I now have a bit of a menage a trois with the princess of the realm.
Oh, congratulations! I knew you were always trying to get on it with her.
And we burnt down a considerable amount of stuff from the tax office, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I'm okay.
All right, quick, let's go, because I want this. I want to see this. This is gonna be great. I can literally hear like freaking Cross-Eyed Mary in my head. That's a Jethro Tull song like nobody's gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you
I'm going
guys,
because Ilaria's going. I'm going, and I'm assuming Ilaria's going because she's curious about how Ragnar is going to face off, or how.
I'm
well,
pretty sure that
Kate found
Ilaria
singing.
has joined me in a face-off against this guy before.
Yep.
And a beggar man, not thief.
She
All right.
was a glam bard.
All right, so let's. All right, so we'll go to the bar, and of course, I have to throw the doors open. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, allow me to introduce the. What is out of character? What is Ragnar's instrument? A guitar?
it's a lute.
Yeah, a lute. A lute, but my
It's a metal lute.
My
It's a
bardic
death
magic
metal
makes it sound like metal.
It's a death metal lute.
The spark, the king of the sparks himself, who makes a lute scream greater than a banshee.
I'm gonna whisper in
It
his
is-
ear. I'm gonna whisper in his ear. Rightful king of the dwarves.
and the dwarven rock star king himself. It is Ragnar Black Guitar.
Ragnar's gonna roll a performance check to see if I can slide on my knees into the room. Random.
You may.
Yo, I
14.
found literally a thing online that is a flute versus guitar solo battle.
Oh,
Are you serious? Put it in. Put it in with rhythm. He is. Hearing the commotion, he looks up. Well, well, well. We meet again, Ragnar. That ye are, Master Payel, that ye are? Well, it's been a while since our last tangle. Oh no, my connection to the thing got interrupted. Sorry, I am actually leveling up Filbo. 7. He does. Sure. Alright, Ragnar, how do you want to do this duel? You want to do a perform off, or you want to actually have a magic battle? Welcome back. Always. Alright. Oh. This is a duel. This is a duel between men. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Was it really just down to the dice? As he opens, the enchanting sound coming from his lute fills the room, filling it with an almost dreamlike aura. You notice that many of the females begin to kind of swoon. Oh, damn! This is actually interesting because of things I know that you guys don't. It does. What Peo may have explained along the way is that Filbo is trying to amass a collection of these instruments. But what Peo can tell you now that you didn't know from before is that there are 6 such instruments. You don't know. You actually... I want you to make a roll with, Phantom Song. So you will get a 12 advantage. You have basically you have advantage on this. Oh, damn. So no, he's going to take 5 damage. You're going to take or no, you're going to take 5 damage. He's going to take the full 12 because you bested him in the performance. That's how we're going to do this. Oh, he's not dissuaded though. He pulls it back, and his notes begin clashing with yours. Ooh, he'll. You try to recover, but it seems like his music is somehow overpowering yours. Yeah, so you'll do that every round. But he will have advantage this time. Ah. Damn. Alright, Ragnar, you'll take 20 damage, he'll take 22. He's taking a beating. Alright, give me a performance. You took a lick, but he's not down yet. Ah, you get advantage. Damn. You take 6 to his 20. As you riff it, he it seems almost like the sound of your music is causing him like pain. You don't know if You don't know if he'll be able to make it past the next round. I love this weird alternate combat. Never, he shouts out in defiance. Oh, he has advantage. Yep. Unfortunately, it's not enough for old Philbo. No, as you're, no, he's out. As you riff, you see it's like the loot almost seems to like burn in his hands and he has to drop it. Then he falls to his knees. He's like, it's a flute. He's annoyed, but you bested me fair and square. That I cannae deny. But I'll warn you, Ragnar Blackatar. I might be out of this competition, but there'll be others to come. He kind of looks around. Well, I've nae anything better to do at the moment. Oh, although I don't think I'll be able to manage without. No flute will ever feel the same again, if you catch my meaning. Oh, you really don't know what you have, do you? Well, I suppose before I didn't want to tell you because we were adversaries, but I'm no longer the owner of that flute now, so I guess I'm out of it. These instruments, they choose their owners, you see. They're part of a set. 6 in total. They say, if e'er someone can become master of all 6, they'll gain unlimited power. No one really knows who made them, though. People have tried legend lore on them and everything, and it's resistant to it. Whatever it is, it's powerful magic. Maybe. No. This one you've won by combat. Right. Pretty much. Filbo looks at her. Lassie, some things need to be settled honestly. If it had, no doubt Siren's call would have still be mine. Fortunately, it seems these things are above interference. Which again, something powerful about these things. He's like, you know what, Ragnar? I'm thinking I like you. I might just root for you. I might just root for you. You're a prince? That were you? He kind of looks you over. You any good with a hammer? Oh. Well, I certainly wish you luck. You've got a lot of competition. Oh, I couldn't. Well, I couldn't help you if I wanted. It's kind of a... Much like this, it's a thing you've got to do yourself. You know how dwarven things are. Very orderly. I take it you guys are off to somewhere. Oh. Cousin. Just say cousin. It was, actually. Alright. So, with that, I assume we've concluded our business in the city. Oh yeah, you guys will have the night to rest and plus several days travel once we actually get on the ship. We're not going to bother with the ship itself because kind of you can sleep on the ship. I'll add it later. It's basically literally the same thing as Phantom Song. Yeah. Your usual stuff? Is this the Fade to Black stuff? Fine. Roll a d20 with advantage. I never mind. You will almost certainly beat a fucking 1. Roll. Okay. No, that's not a nat 20. It's a... Okay. Roll a d6. Why did you roll 2? I guess we'll go with the first one, so fucking 6. Roll a d100 6 times for me. Okay. Gods above. I'll have to figure out. We'll figure out the rest of that later because it's gonna be a lot of math and things I gotta roll on multiple tables. Oh dear. Well, actually, from here, can we kill Rhythm? Actually, can we put some Bardcore on Rhythm? But just, you know, more than the one thing. Okay. Nick? Can you put on some Bardcores, please? Alright, so the next day, you guys get up, and you're off on the airship. Everything seems to be in order. And you spend the next 6 days flying off to the to Midbridge. Anybody doing anything in particular for the 6 days? Alright. So. Oh, yes. That reminds me. We are flying. Oh, wow. So, you guys actually caught a good tailwind. You actually made it 2 days faster, so you ended up making it in 4 days. He's like, Ragnar's just like on his knees with his head in a bucket. He's like, dwarves aren't supposed to fly. I want the ground. Stu's like, all right. Starts spinning the wheels straight toward the storm cloud. A little while later, Cookie comes up and smacks Peo with a frying pan. And Cookie's like, don't you fucking encourage him! He's already bad enough on his own! Whack. I can believe that too. Oh my god. But yes, somehow, despite all of this, you managed to arrive at Midbridge in 4 days. As you fly over, you realize it's a lot bigger than you actually thought it was. You guys never really seen it from the air. Kind of a sprawling town. mid-bridge. Yeah, or not mid-bridge, bridge gate. Excuse me. Sorry, we were going to the town at the start of the gate, not the middle of it. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I misspoke. Bridge gate. And there is the actual landing is actually a part of one of the towers for the bridge itself. I mean, it is the tallest thing in Bridgegate. Now, whereas the Elven signaling towers are much more melodic and musical, the bells used by the dwarves are much more baritone and loud. Stu kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and he's like, "Well, they'll probably ban us from ever docking here again." That is the opposite of what you wanted to say to Ragnar. You just told Ragnar, yeah, you're not responsible for what happens. That's not a thing you say to Ragnar. I think Nea can already do invisibility. Oh, I thought you used invisibility on Ragnar before. Well, no, because remember when we were fighting the assassins? Ragnar, no, you were invisible because you went down and they couldn't find you because the invisibility didn't wear off. Leave the lightning to the professionals. Well, no, we can't send her to her bedroom. We've got places to be. Is Philbo going with you guys, or is he gonna keep the crew entertained? All right. Well, best of luck to you. Didn't you worry about old Philbo. Can't he keep us down for long? You just do your best not to die. I'd hate to see those things falling in the hand of like a Drew or something. Alright. Oh, sorry. Just so that I remember that they are in fact here. Belron's kind of excited. He's never done anything like this before. So, you guys are headed to the Bearded Gnome. Oh. That's what I forgot to do. I didn't get a tavern. Ah, well, that's fine. We don't actually need a tavern. Who needs a map anyway? As you enter into the tavern, you see there are quite a lot of people about. Humans, a lot of dwarves, a couple humans, a smattering of not many, like 5% we'd say, elven folk. There are a couple dragonborn about, and even a few halflings and gnomes. How do you proceed? Pafira. Well, this is the Bearded Gnome. You notice a pair of figures, kind of with their hoods kind of drawn, sitting back in a corner. Oh. Oh, well, actually, it's probably a good thing that it is Ragnar. Oh, no, he meant Neo. Oh my god, what the fuck just happened? Never mind. But, as you approach them, Seltham looks up and he's like, "Ah, Ragnar, my old friend. You look well." Kind as always. Busy. Well, While I know of one route, we do not know that is particularly good for this. L.E.O has suggested that we enter in through one of the main shafts up. No, I have heard of it, of course. It was mostly it is near to one of the Druiger settlements. We usually let them handle the dwarves as long as they are still alive. We figure, no need to worry. So, I understand that you have been arranged the transportation? Have you guys sat down at the table with them? Just then, someone else slips in at the table. Oh my. Fancy running into you here. Free hair. Oh, very well. Of course, I am only here to inspect new fabrics for my garments. Well, you see, I've heard a rumor that in the future there's going to be a very important fashion development involving spider silk, of all things. Well, I had considered it, but I don't know where I would find a brave adventuring band to accompany me on such a dangerous task for fabric. Where would you happen to be headed? Do I? I love this character so much. Oh yes. In your line of work, I'm sure there's always a tailoring emergency about somewhere. And if you are headed my way, all the better. And Sothan looks to the Brahm. She's like, "Ugh." In truth, it is your mission. We are told simply to accompany you. It is meant to be one of my tasks to prove my desire to improve myself. Edams, how very noble. Oh, I never drink. Indeed. That is me. As it happens, I was about to embark with a trading caravan set for the Blackstone Ridges. I hear they have lovely buttons they fashion out of a stone they call Blackstone. Yes, quite like that, actually. Oh, interesting. Well, it seems you're actually heading my way. Would you like to join us on the caravan? We're departing this evening. What a lovely series of coincidences. So you guys joining Garrick on his caravan. Alright, anything else you guys want to do while you're in Bridgestone? It's a big trading town. Because it is the only city at the beginning of the Great Bridge, which leads into Stonebrought. Other than mountain passes, it is the only trade route in. So a lot of shit comes here from the human kingdoms. Oh, fuck. I forgot about Barator entirely. Yeah, that's true. There is. I'm just going to allow it because it's absurd. You see Borotor walk in. You know it's him because you recognize, you know, the swords and the muscular body. But he's just got a boar's head over his own. Garrick looks him up and down and is like, you certainly do attract the most interesting people right now. So I'm just like, I see many of the people have changed, and yet nothing has changed, really. Well, he slaps the Brahm on the shoulder. If nothing else, our lives will be once again much more interesting. And the Brahm's just like, that does not make me feel any better. Alright. And with that, you guys depart. Do you guys want to chance a random encounter, or are we just going to go along with a merry merchant band and make our way to the ridges? What would you like to do? You do? Oh yeah, who paid the sailors? Did Ozen have that much money? You had 1,260 before you paid them, and then you paid them 600, and you have. And you gained money after you paid them? There's no way Kate had that much money because she's not been with us that long. That shouldn't be possible because Kate's not been with us that long. She can't have that much money. Jesus Christ. The shoppers never stood a chance. Alright, you've all... Okay, well, you guys have managed to liquidate your goods. Oh yes, there's one other person I forgot who should be traveling with you. Fiona. No, that she already paid Ozen. From where? What I'm trying to ask you is, where do you have so much money from? I've not given out that much value. Yes, but I also don't give out. I don't give out wealth that much. He is not. The concern I have is I'm wondering where the mistake came so we can stop it from coming again. So, because I'm trying to think who's been here. Well, the problem is, yes, but he's also been dead for a very long time. Dead to the world. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, hold on there. I know who can answer this question for me. Where the fuck is he? There he is. Like, even Orpheus only has 1,000 gold. Did we? That's still an insane volume of gold. I guess. After about 3 days' travel, that doesn't leave you guys a lot of time, does it? I know. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, hold on a minute. What is that? Fog of War was on for some reason. After some time traveling along with the caravan. Yep. You finally arrive at Citadel Blackstone. I didn't want to have them all loaded and rendering, but there are dwarves all over the place bustling about. But, fortunately for you, you have Lady Fiona. Again, they don't know you. They will. But, so she's able to kind of calm them down at this ragtag band of random people that have turned up at their gates. We've been going up a mountain for 3 days, and it didn't occur to you that it might be cold. Well, actually, that's actually one of the things about the Underdark, is it's actually relatively temperate once you get into the Underdark itself. And it's basically constant everywhere. So, you guys are at the gate. Fiona's got them down. What are you guys up to? You're just gonna go straight to the audience hall? True. Huh? Well, you gotta understand that dwarven gestation is quite long. No. But you do notice, just as you're walking around, that the battlements are old, and you can see places where they've been damaged. But interestingly, not only have they been damaged from the outside, from, giants and various things like that, you also see there's evidence that there's been fighting from the inside as well. Why don't you use your stone knowledge? It should say in the ability. What is it? Stone cunning? I imagine with advantage. double proficiency. You beat the check. You get a sense from the stones that this is likely scars of ancient battle. There's well, based off of some of the marks, you know of some Druiger favored weapons that would leave marks like that. Best anyone can recall, around about 10,000 years. He knew that, or your inner voice knows, that there had been word of stirrings in his day. But alas, he was afield before anything could have happened. You do, however, feel strong emotions stirring walking into this hall. He has been expecting you for some time. Not at this precise moment. Do you remember he sent you a message bidding you to come? You make your way through the winding corridors. They go off in every which direction. You get the sense that only a dwarf would truly be able to navigate a place like this. But finally, as you go down and down and down, you come into an enormous open cavern. Rivers of lava flowing down the walls, and into a great pit below. Huh? Oops. Oh. Oh dear. I realize there's a token here that you guys can't see the name of. Give me a moment, Roll20 is being slow. Oh, the party knows her. Ragnar, unfortunately, no. But she knows you. Sorry, I'm trying to arrange you guys into a column. Oh my god, why there's so fucking many of you? This is quite the expeditionary team we're bringing down. Yeah, that is true, actually. As you approach, the dwarves before you have these enormous axes. What they remind you of Lightbringer, actually. And you see as you approach, you actually have proficiency with great weapons because of your class. They kind of pull them back as you approach and stamp them into the ground. The sound of it ringing out through the hall. And there, sat above on a stone of very black stone, you see a dwarf. And he hops down from his throne. He's like, Fielna, me own flesh and blood, you've returned to me at last. And you see he wraps his arms around her in a great bear hug. And she said, and after a brief family moment, she motions to you. Father, I'd like to introduce you to our cousin, Ragnar. He kind of cocks an eyebrow, puts his wide hips out, rests his arms on him, and looks at you, up and down. So you're this Ragnar I've heard all kind of thing about, he says, making his way back to his throne. Well, I hear you're claiming to be a black guitar. Well, at any rate, you're definitely one of Dunnan's folk if it's true and you've raised the hammer. And that's when a gnome that you didn't quite notice at first, standing beside the throne, says, "Oh, it's quite true, y'all. He did indeed lift the hammer of Dunnan. All my intelligence supports it." Meet you? Free hair, we've met before. You see, that might be a bad thing to have done. She's going to now make an insight check. And this is going to be opposed against your deception. She knows you're lying. You want to change that wording? You didn't really hire her, did you? Someone... Yeah, that's close enough. It's like, I see. That's quite masterful deception. Pale, make a perception check. Yes. Wow. Baratur, why don't you give it a go? You might notice this. Yep. Garrett can't help because he's the subject. You don't notice Garrett doing something. Indeed. I wanted to evaluate for myself the man what claims to be a member of such a distinguished family as ours. He looks at it. You can see him divining some kind of... What you realize he's doing is he's using his stone cunning on it. He's like, that certainly looks the genuine article. But then, he sits back on his throne. And one of you see a priestly-looking fellow come over and whisper something into his ear. And then you see an older, battle-weary looking dwarf come over and join them. And he's like, being that as it may, though, grey dwarves such as yourselves have been assaulting this castle for untold generations. Might be, and maybe, indeed, might be, and perhaps in that one of your ancestors nicked that off one of mine. Well, pride in one's clan is a good quality in a dwarf, I'll give you that. Well, the real question in it is not whether you be the one sitting in this throne, but whether you be sitting in the highest throne there is in the realms. Might be, and I'm willing to consider it, even though every fibre in my being tells me not to trust one such as yourself. But then the influence that could be gained is something that be sorely needed. You see the older dwarf kind of shoot him a look of an angry look, and he gives him an even more withering stare back in return. I be a practical man, I do. There's only one thing I be needin', though. To be knowing whether you in truth are worthy of the name Black Guitar. I will support your cause on this condition and this condition only. I'm sure you've heard it being a black guitar, as you say, that there's a very special battle axe what belong to our ancestors, if indeed they are being your ancestors. It is not. You would. Because it sits above the throne in the citadel from whence you came, where it was stolen away from the very first man to ever call himself a black guitar, and taken away by the grey dwarves who are hated enemies, as they have been for untold generations past. Exactly. If you be bringing me that battle axe back and returning it to its rightful home, so that it might sit above this throne instead of theirs, I'll support you. Hell, I'd even let you marry me own daughter if it came down to it. My fair and beautiful daughter, she is. You'd be a hero among this clan then. I can't speak for everyone, but as for myself, it's not being my way to necessarily judge a man by his skin, but by his deeds. But all I know of you, Ragnar, so-called Black Guitar, is that you are a grey dwarf and you have a reputation out in the wide world. But that's not proving anything to me. You do something worthy of this hall, and I'll recognize you then. That is the fair justice that I can offer. So saith our priest of Meriden. The priest kind of just flits up a hand real quick. Even though not everyone here in this hall agrees, you can see the older dwarf sitting next to him, or stood next to him, kind of grinding his teeth at the idea. Well, that's a very noble sentiment, it is. But to that end, I be needing someone to keep an eye on you. I understand, or so I have heard, rumor coming to me, that ye and a group of others are looking to return into the Underdark. I'm going to be honest, I not hold much stock in these folk before me. Honestly, I'm not even understanding what my eyes are seeing. It's such a mix of peoples. Aye, and her travel with you into here. So, to that end, I have made an arrangement with a high-level authority in this world, through the Alliance. Miss Dunnett here will accompany ye. Sullivan kind of pipes up. If I might speak, if excuse me, wrong voice. If it would please the dwarf that I might speak. He's like, he's not talking to you. There are a lot of them, but in this room, the dwarf. Yeah. He kind of cocks an eyebrow at him. I'll speak then, drow. You can tell he's not very fond of drow. If she is willing to risk her life, I suppose it is okay, but I must wonder if my companions are concerned or not that so many of us should be making the journey. After all, numbers may not necessarily be in our favor. He's like, I'm afraid I must insist on this point. I need an observer that I know I can trust. And besides, a lady of Miss Dunnet's renowned. I'm sure she'll be alright. What do you guys think? Okay. What are you trying to perceive? She does indeed have a wedding band. That's why she has a hyphenated last name. Okay, that's fair. But I guess Pale wasn't there when she got introduced. Oh god. Now I have to make a roll to check something. Oh my god. Something you can potentially find out later. Well, I must admit I didn't expect your willingness. Well, if your intentions are truly to go and retrieve the axe Varus, even though it might not necessarily destroy our enemies, it will right an ancient wrong. And I assure you, no dwarf here could look the other way, knowing that. We can but dream. Everyone deserves to dream, I suppose. You must be weary from travel, he says suddenly. Why not then don't you and your merry band here stay the night at as our guests? Because let's see, you guys were there on the 12th, you left on the 13th. Oh, you've got 3 days. You've got 3 days to get to Vrindenstone. might not actually have the time to stay the night. Because you're going to have to go down and interact with the Explorers League. Which means, Nick, you might need to have another token. How about this? Why don't we call it here for today? And then next time we'll begin we'll start with the Explorers League, because I didn't actually expect you guys to get this far, so I haven't actually prepared the base for the Explorers League either. This is actually the fastest you guys have ever done, and I'm going to be honest, I am proud of you. Well, yeah, like I said, I appreciate that you guys are caught on to that, because now it should make things a little bit smoother going forward, which is good. Well, it's good and bad, because it now means I need to be more prepared. Sure, I can do that. I'm gonna need to feed Stolas first anyway. All right, so. It's been a little bit of a shorter session, but that's fine. We actually achieved a lot. Well, also, too, I've been trying not to sidetrack us, because this is kind of the beginning of the next big thing. It mostly the... Yeah, mostly the thing of it has kind of been... Not that one. Nope, that one. Mostly the thing of it has been that I've been trying to give you guys the opportunity to close out any business you needed to closed out on the surface. Because obviously once we get to the Underdark, you can't really anymore. Barring a few minor things that I could potentially throw in as curveballs, but realistically, I think I've thrown all the curveballs I can at you today. I don't think any of you expected Garrick or Miss Dunnett to be coming. And I look forward to you guys figuring out why. What? Well, that's the thing about Garrick. He's supposed to be surprising. I based the... What? Ah. Well, anyway, you all have a good night.